Okay, so another edition of Favorite Guitar in the Shop. Today we're going to feature Luxxtone Guitars, a great boutique brand that we carry here at the shop. And we have a nice kind of offering of those guitars here to check out. So to pick out the three, I would say I'm going to start here, really because and I think Mickey's going to be the same in some ways. We both came up in sort of the same era of guitar playing, and this is a guitar that you would have seen frequently, you know, in the mid to late 80s. This is sort of like those, you know, the Charvel thing, the super strats that sort of came out at that time. Everybody was taking old strats and modifying them to be more high performance. And you would have ended up with something similar to this, you know, Floyd Rose, you know, fairly high output humbucker. And I personally always fight with, and I know Mickey has alluded to this in the past, the middle pickup can kind of get in your way. I like this design here. On a super strat style guitar like this, for the kind of music you would probably be using this for, I probably wouldn't use the middle pickup. The neck pickup is great, and the bridge is perfect. One volume knob, which is great, just a three-way selector. So this is a really, you know, flat fretboard, thin neck, big frets. This is going to be a high performance guitar, but it harkens back to kind of a time historically that I kind of think fondly on, just because I was coming up as a player in those days. So I really like this one. Moving over here, I kind of like this take on the T-style guitar. So the body, you know, obviously super traditional in shape. You know, it's I think this is Lake Placid blue over, you know, a three-tone burst, which is cool. This is something you might see on a regular T-style guitar, but it kind of throws a little curve in there where now you've got a recessed Floyd Rose, which is pretty cool, and the humbucker here. So this is kind of a cool way to get into, you know, what you would call, I guess, a super telly, you know? I mean, this would be a super high performance guitar, and you know, a lot of fun to play. Got a great feeling neck on it. The frets are good. Again, thin neck, big frets. So you kind of get that classic T-style vibe, but this is going to be, you know, offer you a lot more, I guess, rock or even, you know, metal kind of vibes that you could play on this guitar. So kind of a cool take on the T-style, which I think is really cool. And then just moving over here, this is, you know, obviously super classic look, Lake Placid blue with the torque guard. I mean, really, really cool. I like the two humbuckers. You know, it's kind of a different feel than your standard HSS or three singles, but it still retains, you know, we have a vintage style bridge on there. So it's got a really beautiful 5A flame roasted maple neck, which is super cool. Look at I like his neck plates too. Those are cool looking. And the aging looks good, you know? I mean, you see some guitars that are sort of like, wow, that might be overdone. This would obviously be considered a heavy relic, but I think it's done well and tastefully. I mean, I always like to look at the wear areas and think, like, could that really happen in normal playing? And these look good, so I think he did a great job on this, and I think this is a cool guitar. And I'll pass it over to Mickey.
Yeah, I'll start where Shad left off. I'm gonna spotlight two today. This has been a favorite of mine since we got it. I am admittedly not much of a Floyd Rose player anymore. I love Floyd's. Still the, you know, arguably the cat's meow when it comes to locking tremolo systems. But I just find that in the modern day guitar, so many good builders out there using traditional 2-point or 6-point trems that hold perfect tune, and this is the great example of that. I really dig this one because it's two humbucker. You know, obviously it's really easy to find, so this is called the Choppa S. Really easy to find a S-type, right, that's 3 single coils, or a humbucker and 2 single coils. 2 humbuckers, not quite as common. So to come across one that plays as good as this one does, the tremolo system on this is absolutely perfect. And to have these 2 humbuckers, it's just the package of this guitar as a whole is just super, super killer. And then back to the offsets. I love Jerry's take on an offset. This is kind of a little bit of everything. You know, you think about some of your classic, your traditional offsets that have been around for a long time. This sort of harkens to most of them in some way or the other. You know, it can remind you of, you know, a Fender type or a Gibson type, kind of all in one. I would love it if it had a trim on it. It would certainly be more usable to me, but, you know, obviously that not everybody wants a trim. And again, the dual humbuckers in this, like the choppa that Shad was pointing out, the surf green. I love the simplicity of don't need the tone knob, just a 3-way switch and a volume. Just really super cool. And I like the black over the 3-tone. Again, just enough relic, you know, perfectly done, extremely realistic, and just enough color. Just love this one a lot. So, yeah, what Jerry's doing up there is just building fantastic guitars. And you know what? He and Rose are just really, really super people, and they're the kind of people that that we just want to support, you know, whatever we can do. I mean, he's building a great product, but, you know, they're just great people, and hopefully you will find your way down here to check these out. So anyway, we will see you next time around.